guys, it's Carla Jade. I am here with Jonno Chipchase, BKFC legend, soon to be champion. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm very good, thank you. Very ready to go to war. How are you?
You're very chill though.
I'm always
You never
chill.
look like you're ready to go to war until you get in the ring and it's like bang, bang.
Boom, it switches.
Exactly.
So we started exciting then. Let's go full Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah.
There, full Bryce Mitchell.
Okay.
So Hitler wasn't a bad guy, I'm joking.
That's my favourite.
I'm going fishing.
But yeah, so how are you feeling? You've got your fight with Gary coming up.
Yeah, good man. I can't wait. I have a lot of respect for Gary.
Yeah.
It won't change the fact I'm going to knock him out.
I was going to say until he enough respects that you won't knock him out, or
No, I'm going to knock him out. But I do have a lot of respect for Gary. I like him a lot as a guy. He's a top fighter. He's a tough guy. Nobody's ever got him out of there, so I want that on the scoreboard.
Amazing. I think everyone's very, very excited for the fight. Was it just Gary that got offered to you? Did you have a few names?
I just answer and say yeah. So
Yeah.
when Andy phones me, I'll go, you got a fight? I'm like, yeah, cool. Who? I don't even fucking ask who. Don't give a shit. Just whoever. Then blam, put it down.
You're like, how much money am I getting?
Yeah, pretty much. How much money? When? And then I'm not bothered. But yeah, me and Gary have been back and forth a few times. We're supposed to have fought, and just seemed like the right time.
Yeah, because you had your little face-off at the last event, and it was funny because it wasn't too tense. Like you said, you know him well.
Yeah, we have a mutual respect, me and Gary.
How do you think that's going to work out on the night? Is it easy for you to sort of switch up?
I think he's the same as me, where even though we have a mutual respect when it comes to fighting, he's a serious guy like I am, so I don't give a fuck about respect when we fight.
Wow, yeah, okay, cool. I'm very, very excited. I will obviously be there, be ringside, we get the best seats in the house, can't wait. So, I know, obviously, you've got your fight coming up, got your sights set on anything else after that?
Kai Stewart, I just want to go straight to the top as fast as possible. So I want to knock Gary out, knock Kai out, get both belts, have them both over my shoulder, and then walk around like a gangster.
Big Mac moment. Yeah, love that. And is there anything in particular why you want that Kai fight? Is it the belt? Is it, you want to beat him personally?
He's just the number one, the same as the way Gary is. So I don't have anything. I mean, he's a bit annoying, Kai, to be fair. I don't really like his style. He's boring. He's not very strong. He's got a weird mustache. But apart from that,
I mean, I stay neutral. So.
But he's all right. I spoke now and again. He's all right. It's just he's got the belt and I want it, so I have to punch his mustache off. Exactly
that. And do you think a lot of the fighter and the BKF sort of BKFC characters, is it a lot for the camera? Do you think? Is it? Do you think people play things up, or do you think genuinely sort of like that's how he is? I
think Kai's probably playing a character somewhat. He comes from a wrestling background, doesn't he? So he's probably grown up with people like Chael Sonnen and that. He seems to have an idea of the shtick he's got to do.
Exactly, yeah. And I think
that's what it is with him.
Yeah, and I think, you've got to sell the fights, we need characters and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think it'd be a very fun, interesting build-up, that one. So, yeah, let's get that. Let's get Jonno Kai Stewart. I'm excited for that one.
But I don't speak Gaylord Kai, so don't say Sigma to me again, all right?
I was just going to say, have you got a message for him, but is that your message?
That's my message. Well, he said fucking, my 11-year-old daughter speaks in that terminology, so she says shit to me like Sigma, and there's another one, I don't even know what it is. It's some fucking bizarre language that I don't even know what he meant. So when he said it to me, I was what the fuck's he on about?
So in terms of your fighting backgrounds before BKFC, what were you up to? What sort of combat sports have you come from?
Muay Thai. So I had 45 professional Muay Thai fights. I must have fought maybe 25 world champions in Muay Thai.
Well, show off.
Yeah, I fought a lot of good fighters, a lot of the best fighters in the UK and abroad. I fought in Europe's biggest brothel once.
Amazing.
That was a bizarre experience. I was in Cologne in Germany.
Was you fighting the brothel staff, or was it?
Oh no, it was in the basement. There was a guy, I forget his name, Herman Summit, and it was in a place called Pasha. They have like a huge nightclub in the basement. And for just some rich guys, they decided, let's just get all the best fighters in Europe to fight with cigars out.
Sounds pretty freaking cool, yeah.
It was. I fought a tie on that. It was. But yeah, I've been a professional fighter since I was 16. And I've been fighting at the highest level in Muay Thai in terms of the UK and bits in Europe, pretty much on and off since then. So. And
how does it compare? What do you enjoy more?
The BKFC. 100%.
And why? Why is that?
It's exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Exciting.
I was going to say, it's a no-brainer.
Unfortunately, I love Thai. I'll always love Thai, but even the people that come to watch, I'm sure you have the same. When people that come watch, they're like, we love Thai and that, but fuck that off now, because every fight there's either a finish or there's some crazy experience and explosions of bare-knuckle. And everyone understands it. It's an everyman sport.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a very serious sport as well. I know obviously BKFC is as well, but I feel like there's a lot that goes into it. It's sort of very serious training a lot of the time. And as well, I always notice from ring gun and stuff, the crowd's very serious. I feel like BKFC is a bit of a different vibe, isn't it?
It is. It's more relaxed. It's fun in that sense. The crowd, I like the crowd in that sense. They get a bit more, they get vibed up on it. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Really, really excited for Manchester. And obviously Manchester, love Manchester. It's a great city, and I think it gets the hype. Whenever we have it like Manchester, Newcastle, I think up that way, it just gets sort of crazier and more vibey. So.
It will be a money. It will be a money.
And I know we might be having one in Birmingham soon, so I think that is going to be pretty nuts. So keep an eye out for that, guys. And then you spoke about your kids. Have they ever been into combat sports? Anything? Is it something you'd like to keep them away from, or?
I try and get them involved in it as much as I can, but my daughter's quite athletic, to be fair. She's quite into it.
I've seen her on your socials. Bless her. She's so cute. You're a very outdoorsy girl. You're always out doing some sort of cool stuff.
Oh, she's never ending, my daughter. She's got so much energy. My son's more of a modern day generation boy. He likes his computer games and his YouTube, and I try and get him away from that as much as I can, but you don't really want to do exercise or anything. My daughter's more, I reckon my daughter might get into it.
Oh, wicked, wicked. So let's talk about your fights that you've already had. I know you've fought Toby, you had Robbie Brown. Who am I missing?
There's a guy called Anton Larsson from Sweden.
That's it. That was the first one.
That was the first one.
That's why I can't remember it. Not because I'm not a good interviewer.
He's Swedish.
Yeah.
I like the way Anton. I'm messing.
Out of those three opponents, what was the toughest fight for you? I know you've KO'd them all, so I'm not sure if any of them were tough. But
Robbie probably, because I took him the most serious. No offense to Toby or anything, but like, for Toby and that, I wasn't very strict in camp, as strict as I should have been. But for Robbie, I was very strict for him. So really, the camps more than anything were difficult. I have a lot of respect for them all. They're all good in their own ways. Obviously, Toby had to jump up 2 weights to fight him. So that was like, should I do that? Is it a risk or not? But I had faith that I'd knock them all out. And how did you feel? Was that, obviously you knocked him out, but would you do that again? Was it a good decision for you? Oh, yeah.
That worked in your favour?
Yeah, well, I walk around pretty much like 165, 170. So in terms of even 145 is going to be difficult for me to make. So I can jump about all weights, I don't mind.
Yeah, and I know you spoke about the sort of 100% KO rate. Is that important to you? Do you go in thinking, I want to KO them? If you come out without a KO, are you sort of disappointed in yourself?
In bare-knuckle, I think it's important to be very aggressive and to really go for the finish.
Yeah, for sure.
You see a lot of people, I can't remember what card it was, but the majority of the fights are decisions because I think they told people McGregor was going to watch. So I think people got a little bit.
Yeah.
So they were trying to box a little bit more, and I was watching it. Dad came to it. I think I fought on that card. But Dad came to it going, don't you want to get ready? And I was like, these are all what are they doing? I don't know, boxing like this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You should just be getting into it.
And I think that's it. No, BKFC is such an exciting, fun sport. We don't want it too samey. We love the skill, and I know you've got some great boxers with some great fundamentals and things like that. But we do need the aggression. We do want to see the teeth coming out.
Yeah,
we want to
100%.
see we want the mangled faces afterwards. I think that's what really sort of sells it, why everyone loves it. And I think even in terms of like the refs and judging, they score on aggression and coming forward. And I know even when I'm ringside and you can see if they're not throwing, the ref will say, "Come on, you've got to throw." And I think that's what makes it really exciting.
Oh, 100%. I think this sport's going to take over the whole fucking world, if I'm honest with you. I don't see a sport growing as fast. I've never seen a sport grow as fast. I remember when MMA took off at the start, when it was Freeview on Bravo and they started to release games.
Showing his age there.
No, I do remember it. I do. And it took a while to take off. The BKFC's fucking rocketing. So I think it's the future, and if it wants to stay the future, the fighters have got to get fucking stuck in, start cracking faces. Exactly
that, and we speak about how much it's growing. Obviously, Connor, the main man. How do you think his involvement is sort of helping push things?
I think that helps massively. I think all of us from the grassroots, when it comes to being fighters, we all, none of us are wealthy, and we all look towards somebody like him who came from literally the breadline to becoming a multi-millionaire. I mean, he's probably inspired 90% of the roster.
Exactly that. He's doing amazing things.
Amazing.
Like,
so having him involved
things,
is crazy. The first time we seen him at an event, the crowd reaction was mental.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think even sort of like he tweeted, you know, oh, we're going to be down there tonight. And I think the venue just sort of filled up instantly. Like everyone just came
He came
down.
through, it was like a parting of the seas. Me and Gary were facing off when he came through, and it was literally like fucking, it was like, is Moses back there or some shit? What's going on? Why is the crowd doing? And then it was fucking Conor.
And you know, I love it because it is genuine. If you sit and watch him, he is stuck in on the fights all night. He loves it. It's not just sort of like, oh, you know, I've got to pretend I like it because I'm part of the company. Like,
oh no, he's got a high energy character, and it definitely comes out when he's watching fighting.
Would you like to see him back in the Bare-Knuckle ring? Are you more excited to see him in UFC?
No, I'd like to see him Bare-Knuckle. I think he's got a few good fights there, to be honest.
Who do you think you would like to see him against?
Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah?
I reckon they do the rematch in the Bare-Knuckle.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a bit of sort of stuff online with that, so I think, that would be a good one. Who do you think is going to win that?
I reckon Conor would win.
Yeah, got to go for our man, haven't we?
But I speak to Eddie, I like him, he's a nice guy and that, but I just think Conor's a better striker.
Yeah, true. In terms of like the girls, do you enjoy the girl fights? You know, there's a lot of girls 100%. In BKFC.
100%. There's a few ones now that are coming through that I've just started noticing. Britain Hart's good.
I love Britain Hart, brilliant. She's another one, great fundamentals, really good boxer, but really aggressive, and definitely wouldn't want to get in the ring with Britain.
No, she's good, man. It's good. And Hannah Rankin's coming in,
Yes, I've known Hannah. I've done a bit of training with her. She used to come along to one of my boxing classes. Love Hannah. Taught me really good parry. I always remember, anytime I'm parrying, I always think of Hannah. But yeah, I think she's great as well because she's got that boxing background, and bringing that into the BKFC sort of stage, I think it is really good for her. And a lot of support behind her as well. People are really excited to see her.
You find that a lot when the boxers come over as well, because boxing, it's been a sport for so bloody long. That they have a lot of support in where they're from, wherever they're from regionally. So if you can get more boxers into the BKFC, it'll help grow as well, I reckon. Yeah,
100%. And then if we would see Conor fight not in the Bare-Knuckle, maybe on another platform, sort of crossover, do you think there's anyone from not the BKFC world you'd like to see him fight?
Well, if he's going to do that, I imagine it'd be boxing. And I know him and Logan Paul got close to having a boxing match.
Yeah.
I know that was close to seeing that. I think Logan was the one that sort of kiboshed that in the end. But if he was going to box...
I mean, if I was Logan, I would definitely nip that one in the bud too. quite a scary man is Conor to step in the ring with.
Yeah, he put it on him, didn't he, on a bus? I can't remember where it was. I think it was in America. But Logan shit himself anyway. But I'd like to see him fight somebody like that, where he can just knock somebody out and make loads of money. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly that. And what do you think about that, the influencer boxing scene and that stuff? Like you said, there's loads of money in there. I know some people don't like it. They think, overpaid and all that jazz.
It's transitioning now, I reckon. So it used to be originally when Jake Paul and that first came on, people used to think, can he fight when he fought Ben Askren? And I thought Ben was going to beat him, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Ben's a shit striker, but I thought he's a fighter at least. But now the work they've put in, all the influencers are putting in, now real fighters are coming over and they're not having an easy time.
Yeah, for sure.
People like Till and that, he's doing amazing in it now.
Yeah. And I know we spoke about Till before. Like you said, and do you think it is important when they're coming in to have the sort of martial arts and the combat sports background? Do you think that helps them a lot more?
I think that would help, sort of legitimises it somewhat. So you get the influencers that are coming that are doing well.
For sure.
Then if you also have a few fighters like Andy Houston's coming on soon, he's a great fighter.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
He'll do well, Andy. And Till the same. All them fighters who've got real sort of generational background in fighting, them being a part of it too and sort of getting a bit of the money as well. I think it legitimises it more. But I like a lot of the fights. I think they're fun, to be honest.
How do you think Darren would fare in Bare-Knuckle?
I think he'd do well. Him and Mike Perry had a back and forth, and Darren's got really good hands. It's just whether he wants to take the risk of doing it Bare-Knuckle, to be fair. You have got to be a hard nut, haven't you? He is. I reckon it'd be more, he's probably got the opportunity now to make money with Misfits. Yeah. After that, he'll probably go to the UFC. Maybe after that, he'll want to come with Bare-Knuckle. I know him and Mike Perry have had years of shit talking. So. Yeah. He does loves a bit of shit talk. Perry does, doesn't he? Yeah, it's funny. I do. And even Darren, to be fair, I do really enjoy it. And then you just spoke about mentality there. How important do you think, if you sort of weigh up, the skills, the fighting skills, and then the mentality, what do you think is, the more important of the two? Do you think it's important to have both? Mentality is the most important by by a long way.
Yeah.
So I've had camps and fights where, like when I fought Robbie, I was so ill before that. The day before, I was coughing so bad I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So in my head, I got about a minute to knock him out before I'm gonna be like fucking coughing in his face in the ring. Like, wait there for a sec, mate. So you have to have the mentality to just think, at this point, I've got to do this, and I'm gonna do it no matter what skill it would take or anything. I'm just gonna fucking execute him.
Yeah.
I think that mentality is the most important thing, in my opinion. Skill's good as well, but I've battered so many skillful people just with a strong mentality.
For sure, yeah. And are you quite sort of disciplined in your life outside of the boxing? Do you think that's important?
It's very important to be disciplined outside.
Was that look a no?
It wasn't.
Are you in the club?
It's very important to be disciplined, and I'd never say otherwise publicly, but but like I said, I've had maybe 50 pro fights now. It's a lifestyle for me, so I just live the way anybody would normally live, but I train really hard and hope I get the victory. I try and be as disciplined as I can be.
And I bet, and saying you've had 50 fights, how long do you want to fight for? You know, are you coming to the end of what you're doing? Are you just beginning? What does the future look like for Jonno?
It looks like knocking Gary out and then knocking Kai out and then defending the belt a few times and then sailing off into the sunset on a big ship made of BKFC gold.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. So we're going to see you in the ring March 29th. Do I need to give it a prediction? You're going to give me your prediction?
KO round 1. You're going to see us both in the ring, by the way.
Yeah? I'm excited. KO round 1. I think I'd bet my money on that. You know, got a lot of love for Gary. So that's in Manchester, March 29th, on DAZN, which is amazing as well. I think, you know, onwards and upwards, like you say, they're doing great things, BKFC. Great to see them on such a big platform. I think the big man Connor's going to be there. So, you know, I'm excited for that. So make sure you guys follow us on the socials. Where can they find you at, Jonno?
Instagram, Jonno Chipchase, bam, bam. You'll know me by the big, cool beard. And that's pretty much all I have, really.
Yeah, and you'll just know me by being big and cool in general. But yeah, follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Are we still using the Facebook? All of the stuff. MySpace, Bebo.
YouTube. I have a YouTube. Fucking Bebo. That's old school.
But no, yeah, really excited to see you in the ring. Can't wait. Yeah, get ready for that KO, guys.